Welcome back. With me in studio now is Danica and Craig there from the Thorpe Recovery Center. You guys have a new fundraising program in town. It is the Thorpe Recovery Center Gala, which is going to be happening on May 18th. Is that correct? May 19th.
Yeah.
May 19th. Tell me a little bit about the Gala. What's going to be going on?
We have a wonderful supper planned. We have a Cajun menu that was planned a couple months ago, and we've been doing some taste testing, and we've got mocktails, we've got specialty coffees, we've got live auction, silent auction, and of course Terry Clark. That's our big thing for the night. So pretty excited about it. Planning has been for the past year, so it's been exciting. It's a lot of work.
How'd you guys decide on Terry Clark?
Well, it's it was actually my wife's suggestion. She saw a video at home one night when we were sitting around doing something and watching TV, and she said, "That's who you should get for your gala." And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And it just went from there.
Now, there are a couple of galas in the border city. I mean, the Victoria just had their annual gala.
Yeah.
The Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation also has theirs, and those two galas are very, very successful. Are you guys afraid that maybe this is like one too many galas in the border city?
Not at all. Thorpe Recovery Center, it's all about addiction and treating addiction, and I think it's just as important as everybody else who fundraises, and we just want to make more awareness out there for everybody. So that's our whole point of the fundraising, and break the stigma, I think, is the big thing.
And we've had tremendous success with our sponsorship for the gala and with ticket sales already and so on. It's been very, very well received, and we're really pleased with the response that we've got from the community so far.
Well, hopefully it'll be a great spring fling. Now, the funds from this is going towards this new center that you guys are building just outside of town. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You bet.
Tell me about the new center. I guess why is the new center a good idea in this community?
Well, for some time we've been really busting at the seams. We've got a trailer in our backyard. We have really no room in our, no property to do anything on. There's in the new facility, we're going to more than double in space. We're going to add youth programming, which is something that we don't have and which is very, very almost non-existent in Western Canada. We're going to have room to do a lot of outside activities. We're going to have and it's just a much, much better location. And we don't just service the community of Lloydminster. We service, all of Alberta and Saskatchewan and even beyond. So we really are we're very much a regional, not just a Lloydminster facility.
Now, the location is interesting. Did you guys move it outside of town because it was too close to town? Like you couldn't expand in town, or were people complaining? Like what was the story behind the location?
Well, it gets to the point where a lot of clients are concerned about anonymity. This certainly makes it a lot easier for them there.
Yep.
They're able to go outside, and as I say, just simply having room. But it's a much nicer setting to be away from. There's no real need for us to be right inside the community. It's much better for us to be a little bit outside. We're still close enough that if we need, we're still only 5 minutes away from the hospital and whatever. So it's not as if we're a long ways away. So it's really, we look at it as being a real ideal location.
You guys are in the middle of building, and so far the building looks beautiful, and I know that there's a lot of planning going into it. What's is there sort of an interior design plan for the Thorpe Recovery Center that you guys are following?
Well, I mean, each area is kind of individualized to, I guess, what we picked. No two rooms will be alike in certain areas. We have different carpeting in some of the rooms. Paint is pretty much the same, but I guess it's a brand new building, and everything is unique in its own. The lounge areas will be unique, and it's going to be a nice building when it's done.
You guys were talking about stigma earlier. Not everyone is on board with addictions counseling. Not everyone thinks that it works, or not everyone thinks that it is actually a disease per se. Do you guys have a hard time funding projects like this because of the stigma?
In the beginning, it was, I think, a little bit difficult, but until you started talking to people, and then they were like, well, my brother, is an alcoholic, or geez, my aunt, had a problem. So when the stories come out and you sit down and talk to people, you start realizing that it has affected them as well, and then I think they're a lot more comfortable talking about it. But in the beginning, it was a little bit different, but
now who
it's
can
a
use
lot
the
better
center?
now.
There's inpatient and outpatient services, correct?
there won't be much for outpatient services. Our outpatient services have been turned back over to Prairie North for a number of reasons.
Right.
So primarily it will be inpatient, although we will do some outpatient counseling for specialized areas of addiction that Lisa, our clinical director, is working on. But primarily it will be inpatient.
Awesome. So I guess where can we go to get tickets?
Well, you can call the Thorpe Recovery Center, or you can go online or just walk right in, and I'd be happy to sell you some tickets.
Or Terry Clark's website as well.
Terry Clark is selling the on her website
Yes.
too?
You bet.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in, guys. It's been a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
This has been our conversation with Anika and Craig from the Thorpe Recovery Center.
Coming up, all of our election coverage in one place. Stay tuned.